Welcome, Leo, to your December 2024 reading, and Merry Christmas, Leo, to all of you that celebrate Christmas out there. We've reached the end of another year, and boy, has it gone so quickly. I say that every year, but it's so true. Now, Leo, for all of you that requested a free mini reading, I've done another chunk of those. So check out your notifications to see if your video's there. Now, for those of you that are still waiting and haven't received yours, please know that I am working through them very slowly, I know, but there were so many people and I want to get to everyone. Now, I'm not offering free mini readings anymore because I'm finding that people actually aren't coming back and watching them. And so if you would like a mini reading from me, I will be doing those for donation only. So you can just click the link, donate any amount you'd like, leave a question in the comments section of what you'd like me to focus on or something. Anything you'd like me to meditate on while I shuffle my cards for you. I will film your reading and I will leave a link for you to access your video in response to your comment. Okay, so let's get into this month's reading. Now, I'm using the Arthurian Tarot deck this month. I've never used it before, and I thought it'd be interesting to use. Now, it's like, you know, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. And I just noticed you've got the round table there. But this does have slightly different names. So I will give you the traditional names of the cards as we work through them. Now, for some of you here, you've got the Four of Wands. You start out with a Four of Wands. Now, this is the marriage card. So some of you could be very lucky in love and be getting some getting married or having a wedding or going to a wedding. Now, obviously not everyone is going to be doing that, but for those of you that are already married, this is you, or not in a relationship, this is you setting up a stable home life, a stable environment. You could potentially be building a home, working on your home, but just very stable, secure, emotional, family kind of energy when that Four of Wands comes up. But yeah, definitely could potentially be a marriage card. And the reason I say that is because you've got the Page of Swords, and pages are messages or messengers. So this can even talk, because it's swords, it's kind of very legal kind of messages. There could be contracts, you know, marriage contracts. You could be signing a contract when you're purchasing a home. But it's just information that's coming to you that's very, very important, and that you need to hear. So I like that. But really nice energy, and congratulations if some of you are getting married or planning a wedding anyway. Now, this can also represent a significant air sign in your life. I would normally read this as an Aquarian, but this can be any air sign, so a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. And not only that, you have got the Queen of Pentacles. This is very nurturing energy. This is another person here potentially. I would normally read that as a Virgo, but this can be any earth sign, so a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus here. So these could be significant people in your life, and they could potentially even be someone that you are going to marry here as well, which is quite interesting. But queens are very nurturing energy, and it's interesting that this queen is right above the Empress card. What a beautiful card the Empress card is. This is a card of productivity, of fertility, of abundance. This is the archetypal mother. This is nurturing, big daddy nurturing. You know, all the queens of the tarot are nurturers as well. But when, you know, to have that Empress card that is just, you're really secure and loved, I feel, over the next 4 to 6 weeks here. And I feel if these don't represent people in your life, you take on a lot of these qualities as well. So you are going to be quite nurturing here too. Now, you've got the Chariot. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Pridewin? I'm not sure. But that is the card for the Chariot. And this is you being in the driver's seat of your life. You have the reins. You are controlling where to go, where to turn left, where to turn right, to go, whether you want to go fast or slow. And you know, it's not easy to be in that position. It's not easy to be the one in the driver's seat, because you've got no one to blame when things go wrong. You know, you're the one calling the shots. So, you know, the responsibility is on your head. And it is really hard sometimes to navigate the road. In a traditional deck, you would see the Chariot with 2 figures, 2 beasts, 2 horses, 2 sphinxes, 2 animals of some sort, one black and one white. And this represents the opposing energies and forces that are within us that we have to kind of harness, I guess, and get them to, and get these, you know, both of these 2 animals want to go in 2 different directions. And it takes a lot of effort to be holding the reins and telling them which way you want them to go. So I feel like although the energy of the Chariot isn't a smooth sailing, easy one, it is definitely on the road to success. And I feel like the fact that you've got that round table or the Wheel of Fortune, this is great. This is a great sign. And also having the Empress card there, again, quite a fortunate, lucky sign. But the Wheel of Fortune, wow, that's movement. Now, you could actually be going on a journey. You could physically be traveling here. The Chariot can often talk about, you know, a holiday or a move somewhere. And it's interesting, the Chariot is right above the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is moving away from a situation that just doesn't serve you. And this can actually be physically moving, or it can be a metaphorical move as well. You know, you are leaving some difficult situation, often of an emotional nature or perhaps a sad nature behind, and you are moving on. Any roadblocks that you've had, that's it. It's dead, done and over with. And you've got this luck on your side. It's interesting, Cancer had this. So if you are born on the cusp of Cancer and Leo, you might want to check that out, because, you know, there could be some significant kind of energy there. And they had a Virgo show up in their reading as well. So don't know if that means anything. But the 6 of Cups as well. Beautiful, loving, emotional, nostalgic memories are really going to be coming up for you in December. And this often talks about the past. So there could be something from the past. I mean, if you have been planning a wedding for a while, or planning a move, planning to buy a new home, planning on renovations or anything like that, you could be getting some news on something that has been that you've been waiting for a while, that is coming back from the past. Now, this can often talk about a friend from the past as well returning. And I mean, look, it is coming to Christmas time, and often we do have friends and family that come back into our lives from the past. And look, for some of you as well, this can even talk about someone from the past coming back that was a friend, and things can develop into something a little bit more serious. And the fact, like I said, you've got that wedding card there, or that marriage card. There could be a connection here for some of you. But that beautiful Empress card, that card of real earthiness and just getting back to your roots, I feel here as well for a lot of you. There is this connected energy, and you potentially could even be finding out that you are pregnant, or you could be thinking about having a baby. If you've been thinking about that in the past, you might be thinking about that in the future. And look, I mean, that's obviously not going to apply to everyone, but this can even talk about a fur baby. It can talk about a metaphorical baby, like a project that you want to start. And if you are planning on starting any projects, starting a new business, this is a great sign when you get the Empress card, because like I said, this is fertility. Things can grow here. Quite abundant energy here as well. Beautiful. Now let's get some clarifying cards out from my Mystical Tarot deck. I use this deck all the time and I absolutely love it. It's probably one of my favorites. Whoops. This always seems to happen, but I'm going to take them because for some reason, whenever I do the clarifying cards, they always come out in a big chunk, and they always are significant. So, wow, look at that. The 10 of Cups. This is a real happy, joyful, happily ever after here. Something that you've really been dreaming of and wishing for is actually going to happen here for you, Leo. This is so wonderful. And as I said, whether this is you getting married, you finding out you're having a baby, you building a beautiful home for yourself, your family and your children and your friends, you just getting that wish come true. Like I said, whatever it is, I mean, it will be different for all of you because this is a general reading, but this is such a great card. It's one of the best cards in the deck. You know, next to the Sun card, this is probably one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. You've got real victory here. You know, if you've been working hard on a project, if you've been working at a job, and you've been struggling hard on something, there's victory here for you. There's promotions, there's awards, there is accolades. You know, this, whatever you've been working on, I feel like you can actually you know, hold your head up high over the next few weeks and just rejoice in this wonderful victory, which whatever it is for you. You'll have to leave comments and let me know. Now, you've got the Four of Swords here. This is a real card of rest, of relaxation, of just shutting the door on the outside world. Now, this can talk about travel, and it's interesting, you know, you do have the Chariot card there. So some of you might actually be going away over the Christmas break or after the Christmas break, maybe even, and just having a holiday and just really unwinding. And that is what's needed. If you've been unwell, this is a card of healing, of and like I said, it's just healing the mind as well as your body. Just, I feel like if you've been overdoing it, working really, really hard, it is time to relax here. Now, you've got another person here, could potentially be another earth sign, a like I said before, with the Virgo card, so a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus here. But again, very, very good news. And this could be good news about your finances, about your career. You might be getting a pay rise as well. You know, you could get this happily ever after that you've been working for and wanting. Now, you might even, there could be a bit of a windfall here for some people. You might be actually getting some money and finding out that things are going to be turning out wonderfully for you. And not only that, you've got the King of Pentacles as well. So this is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So you've definitely got one of those signs around you that is significant. But not only that, you've got a power couple, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be a really loving connection, to people that just mirror each other, that go so well together, that work really hard together and just fit beautifully. Now, this is a card of abundance. This is a card of entrepreneurship, of being the leader of a company, being the CEO, running things just the way you want to. And this person, if this represents a person in your life, this is someone that is very abundant and is secure and stable and reliable and kind and generous as well. So that's really nice, really lovely energy. Now, the interesting thing here, the last two cards in that lot are two sevens, the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Now, very, very interesting. I always say I don't believe in I don't believe in coincidences, and you know, I'm not a numerologist, but when I see things like that come out, I do kind of think that they are significant. And when you get multiple sevens bring with them a lot of soul searching. And you know, the fact that you've got that Four of Swords, and in a way that Six of Cups, which is that card of looking back, having nostalgia over the past, there can be a longing for more out of life when you get multiple sevens. So I feel, you know, you might be assessing your progress, and you might actually be finding that there is something lacking. And sometimes it can be really easy to be unkind to yourself in that time. And this could be a really good time for self-forgiveness here, particularly if you are looking back at the past and thinking about what's gone, what's happened, and you are blaming yourself for any of the past events. You know, we do need to kind of not be so harsh on ourselves. But you know, sevens just do indicate that element of review, and there's patience and a little bit of introspection as well. So, you know, Seven of Swords as well, to go into each card specifically, the Seven of Swords can really talk about doing things a little bit different, being strategic about the way you plan things out and doing things in sort of unusual ways. You know, the story of the Seven of Swords is this figure is sneaking into the enemy camp and stealing all their weapons so they can't fight. You know, that's a very unusual way to win a war or to win a battle. So it's about doing things a little bit differently. But, you know, sometimes we need to think about our actions as well, and whether they are worth our while, whether they are going to work, whether they're a good decision. So it's actually, when the Seven of Swords comes up in a reading, it's a really good time to actually assess where you're at and make sure that the decisions that you are making are going to be worth your while, and they're not going to fall apart or create a nightmare in the end. Now, the Seven of Pentacles, this is a really good card as well. This is a card of you having worked so hard on something. You know, the story of this is the farmer is there in the fields. He has tilled the soil and planted the seeds and watered them and weeded and watched them grow. And now all he has to do, or she has to do, is sit back and wait for the fruit to ripen on the bough. So there is a little bit of patience involved here. If there are things going on in your life and you want things to happen really quickly, know that you have done enough. The farmer can't go out and pull on the little shoots to make them grow any faster. So all you can do now is know that you've put in all of the hard work, you've done what you could, and now it's just a matter of waiting for the fruits of your labor to show up here. But they will show up, Leo, they will. So let's get a final card from the Now I Understand Oracle deck, and this is by Janine and Lauren McLean. I usually only want one card, sometimes more come out, but they are significant. What just came out then? Oh, wow. Peace. All is well. Enjoy the serenity and allow the universe to take the reins. Absolutely linked with that Four of Swords there. That is that card of peace. I've just dropped, sorry, I thought I just dropped the microphone, but I didn't. That is a card of peace, of tranquility, of, like I said, healing, of just unwinding and closing the door on the outside world. And I feel, like I said, there is this element of you leaving troubled times behind you. You don't really know where you're going, but you know all of that bad stuff is past and you're moving on here. So we'll leave it there, Leo. I hope that resonated. Take me up on my offer of a mini reading. I would love to do one for you. As I said, just a donation, whatever amount you want. Leave a comment with a question or what you'd like me to focus on, and I will film your video and leave a link to it in response to your comment. So have a very Merry Christmas, and I hope to see you next year. Bye.